I suggested to Cricket Wellington that they needed the emotional culture deck because they were going through a turbulent period of change and they needed a really simple way to connect people quickly and help each other understand the environment they're moving into and each other's individual drivers. And the game does that in a really fun, interactive, non-threatening way. Normally through a period of change, when you're bringing a team together, you want to go all in, you want to fix things, so to speak, really quickly. But most significant change doesn't happen really quickly. I thought it would be prevalent that we start with individuals and start with ourselves, understanding our own motivations, understanding each other's motivations, drivers, before we launched into defining the new culture of Cricket Wellington. Once we'd gone through that work of working with the staff and the organisation and starting to define the culture of Cricket Wellington, that piqued the curiosity of Bruce, who was the Firebirds coach at the time, and he asked, would this be applicable for our teams, for our players? And as a past player, at first I was a little bit paralysed, but when I thought about it for a moment and had the courage because of Bruce's suggestion, I thought, well, cricket teams are made up of human beings just like corporates are, and so why not now apply the same logic, the same process to a cricket team and start with individuals, understand motivations, drivers, fears from an emotional level, and then start to focus on team culture after that. And ultimately sport is a very emotional, an emotional thing, but yet we don't have a structured way to talk about those emotions. Cricket Wellington all had to be involved in this because it couldn't be seen as just coming from one small part of Cricket Wellington. Cricket Wellington is more than just the front office. It is more than just Cam and the community managers and the coaches. It is about the teams, it is about the ground staff, it is about past players. Cricket Wellington is one, and previously Cricket Wellington hadn't been operating as one. We needed to incorporate everybody into this to give everybody a sense of pride in the whole rather than just the administration or front office. So moments of transition, especially in the sporting world or within a cricket team, are season to season, because from one season to the next season there are subtle but important differences, personnel changes, environmental changes, and so using the game at the start of a season to retrospectively look back on last season and connect on shared experiences and individual experiences is really important. But it's also really important to then set your intentions for the upcoming season, because the next season is going to be different from the last season, and what drives and motivates and what's important to a player from last season might have changed slightly for the upcoming season. So that moment of transition from season to season is a really powerful way to use this game, but it also invites us to continue to do it on an ongoing ritualistic basis. It's become ingrained in the culture of a team to stop and have those discussions using the game. If we're going to help an organisation such as Cricket Wellington define the culture of their teams, we needed to bring in the language and the artefacts of cricket into that. Otherwise it becomes just another corporate culture, another corporate team. And so using language like test match moments and scoreboard and values and honours boards, and introducing artefacts from past players to represent values and to embody the culture, I think were really important, because everybody who works at Cricket Wellington is connected to the game that they love. And so we also needed to bring that out through the language, through the rituals and through the artefacts that represent and embody the culture of the team. Players, coaches and stakeholders all respond to begin with in a very similar way, with apprehension and doubt and a little bit of skepticism. But as soon as we start playing the game, they see the potential and the possibility, and it might have been, or often is, the first time they've ever had a discussion about these things which are very important to them, but they've just never known how. And so all of a sudden, in a very quick period of time, we start to see people open up and be vulnerable in ways they've never been vulnerable in a cricket team or in a sporting environment ever before, which certainly wasn't the case when I was playing cricket and in the environment that I was brought up in.